Best goddamn intro in the whole damn series. And I say that knowing full well that Live and Let Die is part of the series. Anyway, welcome to the stream. You know my name. Not particularly that version of it, but it is what it is. I can't do any strictly licensed music here. Anyway, we're hopping back into 007. We just finished From Russia with Love a couple days ago. I forget when exactly that was. I think that was on Friday night. And we're getting close to the end, or at least what I'm going to consider the end of the James Bond run that we've been having. We're going to get into Bloodstone. This is going to be off the PS3. Never played this game before, so we'll see how it is. But this is going to be the first time we're playing a James Bond game that has Daniel Craig in the role as James Bond. So far, it's been what? Original Bond, Pierce Brosnan. Then From Russia with Love, we got Sean Connery. Now we're getting into a little Daniel Craig, and I think that's going to round it out for us by the time we get to GoldenEye Reloaded. So we'll see how it works out. But sort of excited for this one. This was a game that I had always wanted to play and pick up. Never did, for whatever reason. And now it seemed like the most opportune time. I got this in about a week ago. Still kind of cheap. You could get it around $10, so not bad. That might tell you the quality of the game, I don't know, but I have high hopes. I played about 15-20 minutes of it to make sure it worked. It's a third-person shooter, so we're still kind of on that trend here. 3 third-person shooter Bond games in a row, not bad, not bad. We'll be getting back into the first person as soon as we get into it, but that's how it goes here. Unfortunately, I think there was, like an autosave or something, so normally I'm pretty sure what would happen would be as soon as we boot this game up, it would just jump right into the game. But let's see. Not this time around, we get a menu. New to shooters? Start here. No. If you enjoy the occasional shooter, this setting is for you. This setting is for players who are skilled at shooters and want a challenge. Well, come on now. I don't like the wording of field operative. If you enjoy the occasional shooter, I'm going to do agent. That's what we've done so far on the previous games, so why not?
.007, this is urgent. Priority 1. We fear the attack may be imminent. How long until you're on the ground?
We should be down in 10 minutes.
We haven't got 10 minutes. The satellite is picking up suspicious activity near Greco's boat. You've got to get a move on now.
I'm on my way.
Change of plans. Head for the harbor.
According to our sources, General, Greco has flown in a group of international terrorists for a suicide mission. The plan is for the attack to coincide with the moment they take the group photograph.
I can't much care what your sources tell you, Em. We've checked Greco out. He is an international businessman here on vacation.
His business, sir, is international arms trading. He'd like to see all the heads of state, all the members of the G20, wiped out in one fell swoop.
Is that what your sources are telling you? Or is it your female intuition?
I'll thank you to keep my intuition out of this, General. I want you to cancel the photo op now.
Impossible. You have to have some faith, some trust in my ability to protect them.
You can keep your faith. I put my trust in Bond.
Things have changed since the Casino and Quantum days, I see. I think this was in between Quantum of Solace and Skyfall, so we sort of had M lightening up on Bond by that point. Also, not sure what's going on with Judi Dench's hair in this game. I feel like it could have been a little bit better, but oh well. Hey, there he is.
Good luck, 007.
Okay, clearly I need to work on my aim. Anyway, here we go.
This is Tanner at Q Branch. Hostile radio chatter shows your landing has gone undetected. blueprints show Greco's quarters are located on the lower deck. Find him and stop the attack on the G-20.
Oops, I need to turn my speakers on. I was just checking the volume, so I didn't actually have switched to the HDMI port. The Blonde Bond, I know, yeah. You remember that too, huh? That's all that was on everybody's mouths at the time when Daniel Craig was first hired to be James Bond, or chosen. But yeah, everyone was saying the Blonde Bond, or the Blue-Eyed Bond. It was somewhat annoying. Because it's kind of at that point, it's who gives a shit, really? But it is what it is. So, again, this is one using the likenesses of Daniel Craig, Judi Dench. I don't remember who else is in here. This is before Skyfall was a thing, so we don't have Q, we don't have Moneypenny. We have Tanner, everybody's favorite MI6 character. So I guess there's that. Is there a way to crouch? Guess not. How do I reload? Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Got infinite ammo with it at least, so we don't have to worry about running out like we've done in previous Bond games. Oh, I was gonna say, why wouldn't I be able to take any of those? They're like flintlock.
Come on, there's nothing out there. We just need to wait for Greco's word, then get the job done.
Where are our escorts? They should have been here by now.
There's some kind of problem. I think they're meeting us on the way. I heard Greco on the phone.
They better show up. We can't do this alone.
Don't worry.
So we'll definitely see that
In the meantime, I want to get
this kind of takes more the
Everything else is still on track.
Daniel Craig Bond approach. Focus aims. Oh, that's how you reload. R2, huh? I don't think that worked as well as we probably were hoping it to, but hey, I'll take it.
Criticism of the heavy-handed tactics employed by the Hellenic police service in the weeks leading up to today's event.
But yeah, Daniel Craig Bond's very fast-paced, very heavy on the action, but they can build tension like in no other movie before in the series. Obviously, when it comes to the action, like, Bond is a CQC master.
It's over. One man against 40. I don't think so. Guards! Deal with him!
But yeah, he's very adept at the old hand-to-hand combat. Almost looks like Timothy Dalton there. Also worth noting that not only are we using the likeness of Daniel Craig, but it is using his voice too. I want to say that GoldenEye, the remake, and then the reloaded versions that came out on the Xbox 360 and PS3 versions, they preceded this game, I think. I don't know for sure, but we'll see that they use his likeness and voice in that one as well. Before this game, so what had happened was we had played From Russia With Love, Everything or Nothing. That was all done under the EA. Oops. Holy shit. Wow, that didn't even take one hit. That was all done under the EA license. And then at some point, I think what had happened was EA decided to move away. I don't think it was taken from them, but they decided to move away from the licensed games. I think there was also some issues. Jesus. Only one hit on those, I guess. I mean, it makes sense, but still. I was trying to take cover behind those couches. And anyway, after EA gave up the license, then Activision took over. And so this isn't the first game that Activision had with Bond. It was actually Quantum of Solace.
Give me that! No! The bigger one!
Yeah, probably a good idea to jump in that. Anyway, the only reason I didn't do Quantum first was it's a movie tie-in game, and anything that has a direct movie tie-in usually isn't that great unless I know about it beforehand. Don't know much about Quantum, took a look at the gameplay. Wasn't terribly impressed, so decided to skip it. But hey, you know, maybe someday we could do something with it. But what I do think is cool is that it does include some levels and scenarios from Casino Royale, which there was supposed to be a Casino Royale game back when EA had the license. They were going to be I think that was part of the reason why they dropped it. They were going to be making a Casino Royale game, but they decided they couldn't make the deadline as to when the movie was going to come out. It just wasn't going to happen. So they decided not to make it. I think what had happened with that was simply because... Oh, geez, back up a little bit. Simply because they weren't able to produce it and release it in time, they had lost a lot of money on licensing fees, production fees, you know, all that jazz. So at that point, they decided, maybe we shouldn't do any of these Bond games anymore, and left it at that. Activision got it, and then they decided they could make a Quantum of Solace game. They included some Casino Royale levels. It looked kind of cool, but ultimately I was like, I think we could pass. So, like I said though, never say never, as the other Bond movie implies. I'm probably gonna go under there.
Bedford, targets acquired. Finish him! Now!
I was looking at that. Whoops, that was my phone.
He's dead. We've wasted enough time. Get moving.
Greco! Over there!
Damn! Stay behind and stop him. We are pushing up to the Acropolis.
Hold him here!
Were there any other movie tie-ins? After Quantum, I don't think so. There was a... we've talked about it before, but the 007 Legends game, which is apparently notoriously bad. That one had levels inspired by Skyfall, and then the whole game is just revisiting previous movies and their scenarios. But not like a strict movie tie-in where it was done, you know, to meet the deadline of another movie. And that's mostly why I avoid movie games. They tend to be bad, not just because, you know, they're poorly developed, but it's why they're poorly developed. And I know there's exceptions. There's a few movie tie-in games that came out in and around the time of the movie coming out that was actually, you know, good. But they're few and far between. The thing about it is that it's the same thing that EA had a problem with. Developers for these games, they rush to meet the due date because they gotta release at the same time as the movie comes out because that's your best opportunity to make some money. And shortcuts are taken. And so, 'cause, you know, so, you know, 'cause, 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 you know, just because of that, game quality suffers, and that's why we have games, movie games for the most part, that aren't that great. Usually when it's done well after the fact, like I said, there's a couple exceptions when movies are released, and games and movies are released at the same time and they're still good. Spider-Man 2, for example. But like when there's games that are adaptations of movies like well after they've come out, like the Scarface game, or The Thing, or From Russia with Love. I know that one's not extremely well viewed upon, but I think it's decent from what we played. Oh. Well, oh no, I'm still alive. Damn it. I didn't know my car was gonna explode. And then I thought I died when it blew up, but I was still kicking. Amazing what a Walther PPK can do to a car.
Where's the bomb, Greco? Last chance. Where is it?
You're too late.
You had The Thing.
How much time do we have?
Not much.
The Thing wasn't a bad game. You could almost view it as sort of like a prototype Dead Space, almost, just given the theme and how the gameplay style was. Of course, yeah, I think he had like squad members or something like that in that one, so, you know, a little bit different. Yeah. But yeah, it was a pretty cool game. Scarface was a GTA clone. It was kind of funny. I was talking about that with a friend recently, but it's like Vice City was heavily inspired by Scarface, so it's like a knockoff Scarface, and then the Scarface game is a knockoff Vice City, so we just kind of come full circle just with the knockoffs. But hey, copy from the best. But yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, when there's a game, and it's not always the case, just like when there's a game that releases right when a movie does, but there's a better chance of it being a little more decent. Jesus. Was the bomb in there?
Fireworks? Did you know there were going to be fireworks?
Honestly? Yes.
How did you know?
Quite honestly? Intuition.
That's kind of dumb. Why is he so incensed that there are fireworks? I know it's not actually fireworks, but in his mind, why would he be so shocked about that?
Nice.
Fireworks?
I was worried that you wouldn't make it in time.
Well, that makes two of us.
Well done.
Thank you.
May I get you something to drink?
Yes, I'll have a bourbon, neat.
And what can I provide for the gentleman?
I'll have...
You'll have a vodka martini.
Something about the faces ain't quite right. Judi Dench looks a little fuller, let's say. And on top of the hair, it doesn't quite match up. Oh, right. We would have to have our own theme with the game, right? It was established also, I had to bring it up, that the Judi Dench M, she likes bourbon. Established in GoldenEye. Well, I was mostly just ripping off the Casino Royale intro, but hey. Again, copy from the best.
Bond here.
Good morning, 007. I know we promised you a week's holiday after Athens, but we have a situation developing that requires immediate attention. Are you free to speak?
Yes, I can talk. I'm in a hotel. I should be online in a moment.
There you are. How much do you know about Midhurst Laboratories?
Biotech firm, publicly traded, City of London, military contractor.
But not just any military contractor. 2 years ago, Midhurst Laboratories signed a contract for some mission-critical biotechnology for our defense forces. That's so secret, I'm loath to discuss it even on this link.
I understand.
Good. Last week, one of their senior researchers, Malcolm Tedworth, went missing from his yacht in the English Channel. At first, the Royal Navy presumed he was dead. His boat was discovered capsized after a squall off the coast. But this morning, we received a tip that he's alive and about to sell that research to a buyer in Istanbul.
How reliable is the information?
Doubtful. An anonymous caller from a cell phone purchased at a convenience store in Madrid. The phone went dead. But soon after, the US Echelon system picked up another cell phone transmission near a construction site in downtown Istanbul, using the keywords researcher, bioweapons, and password.
It might be a trap. A setup. Any chance that it's the researcher himself? Pang of conscience, second thoughts about selling out the UK?
That's why the helicopter is landing outside your hotel. There'll be a jet waiting at the airport. And when you arrive in Istanbul, do whatever you have to, by any means necessary, to find out who's behind this. And make sure that research doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Fair enough. I also want to make mention, at this point, I've watched through all of the Bond movies again. I finally finished up with Spectre a couple nights ago. As I've been playing the series of games, I've been watching the movies. Watching the movies is actually what kicked off my interest in wanting to check out the video games again. So, that about wraps it up. This is 2021, and at some point, No Time to Die will come out, so there's one more on the horizon.
And tracked it to the opening of an ancient catacomb beneath this construction site. We lost the signal when it went below ground, but you may be able to pick it up again once you get into the catacombs. Q branch, end transmission.
Alright, so I guess Tanner's filling in for Q at the moment.
You!
Got a hard hat for me?
Where do you think you're going? Dr. Bond. British Museum, Architectural Heritage Foundation. Here to study your preservation efforts.
Nah.
You can call the Turkish Ministry of Culture.
I don't care. Nobody goes down there. Without a hard hat.
Of course. Safety first.
That they already use that. I see. The reason I called that, and I never I just tossed it anyway, was because they've used that gag in a movie before.
We need to find out if he's still friendly or working with our enemies. Use your smartphone to search for evidence.
Okay. Eagle vision with the smartphone. I get it. This was all the rage back in the mid-late 2000s. You needed something to identify and highlight interactable objects because it was too hard to find them on your own. Way back when. View to a Kill. Roger Moore movie. They go to a construction site in Silicon Valley at the end. Guy stops them at the front. They're like, can't go in there without a hard hat. And then he probably did the same damn thing. He just tossed it away.
I'll pass it on to our analysts. Continue searching the area.
What the hell is that? I think it's just crap on the wall. Nothing here. Over in the other one, though. Yeah, reused gags. Well, if you had it in waiting, I'm sure nobody playing this, or most people playing this, probably wouldn't have seen View to a Kill anyway, so...
Dr. Bond, the foreman is ready to meet you. Please wait for him in the far cabin. Come this way.
We're not going to have a scuffle, are we? Also, he's not going to say anything about the hard hat.
This way, Dr. Bond.
I feel like this segment is much quieter than anything we've previously come across. Uh-oh. See? Scuffle ensues.
The intruder has been dealt with. Come this way. Take care of the body.
Sure about that?
Be quick about it. We need more time with that British scientist.
Whoa. Guess I should have seen that coming, but still. What are you looking at here? Okay, we can. Oh shit. Where did I get that gun? Also, I forgot. Okay, there it is. It showed me in the tutorial stage, but I forgot what the switch weapon gun was. There we go. I love the hard edge kind of style of melee that was kind of getting more prevalent at the time of like the mid-late 2000s. I guess kind of with the Bourne movies it sort of started. You had kind of had like this whoa, that's cool. You had this fast-paced sort of melee combat. What are we looking for? And then definitely saw it in Casino Royale, kind of in like Batman Begins, I guess. That was what, 2003, 2004. But, you know, it started kind of like in the early mid-2000s and then eventually kind of got more prevalent. Definitely see it a lot in the Marvel movies like Captain America and whatnot. MP7 silenced. Interesting. Do I get to use that now? Or is that just info? But anyway, there's something like hard-edged and real cool about that particular style of close quarters combat. And I feel like the couple of games I have played, this one included because of what I'm seeing here, with the Daniel Craig Bonds, it definitely is satisfying to walk through here and just like quickly take people, quickly dispatch people with relative ease and style. Unfortunately, no Bond moments in this one. Looks like that's a lost concept now. Alright. I don't think I need waypoints, but hey, if you want to give them to me. Not all of those exploded.
Tanner, I'm headed for the catacombs.
So, when Casino Royale first came out, that was what, like 2006, something like that. If we remember, the previous Bond movie to be released before that was Die Another Day. Now, as I probably talked about in the Everything or Nothing stream, I thought that movie was the shits. And I wasn't too enthused about it. I saw, to date, you know, that might change with No Time to Die. We'll see what the theater situation is. But to date, I have seen, or I've at least been in a theater for every Bond movie that's been released in my lifetime. So that's starting with GoldenEye and moving all the way down to Spectre. I saw Die Another Day when it came out in theaters in my teenage years, and I didn't like it. I've rewatched it a couple times since then. Usually if I'm going through, I tend to skip it, but I rewatched it this last sort of Bond marathon I've done. And yeah, still don't like it. And the reasons for that are many. It's a little bit too bombastic. It goes over the top. I don't really like the characters. I don't like Jinx. I don't like the locales. I'm not too enthusiastic about the Ice Palace and, you know, whatever else, Korea or China or wherever that was. Didn't like the supporting characters, as I said. Didn't really like the Bond girls. Villain was okay, but I like the idea more than I like the execution of like somebody completely changing their visage in order to look like a different ethnicity to kind of sweep under the radar. But it gets super cartoony. Like I said, it gets a little over the top and not really my favorite. Granted, there's a lot worse movies out in existence. And you know, it ain't as bad as the worst of them. So in retrospect, I can probably forgive it a little bit, but still, I wasn't a fan of it. And apparently the studios weren't either. There was a bit of a delay between the production of Casino Royale and Die Another Day. And what the producers wanted to do was, in between that time, Batman Begins had come out, and they sort of wanted to bring Bond back to reality. Like what Batman Begins did. It sort of brought things to a more grounded level. Definitely in comparison to Batman and Robin, which preceded Batman Begins. And it was a fairly major success. Obviously, superhero movies were kind of molded in the fashion of Batman Begins for a little while, and it kicked off a lot of different things. So the producers wanted to do that with the Bond series. They wanted to bring it back. They had gotten the rights to Casino Royale a few years back. I think even when Die Another Day was in production. And they had planned on doing that. And that was, Bond's first outing in the novels, I think. And it was a movie that they had never touched before. And it was a fairly grounded movie, not too crazy in terms of plot. So they figured this would be the perfect opportunity. So that's what they did. They made it kind of a Bond origin story of sorts, and they started fresh from the beginning. Casino Royale marks the reboot phase in the Bond series, because up until that point, despite the fact that there had been multiple different actors playing Bond, it was still considered the same Bond throughout the entirety of the series. So, from Sean Connery to George Lazenby to Roger Moore to Pierce Brosnan and Timothy Dalton. It was the same Bond that had been in the same experiences up until that point, just portrayed by a different actor. But when Casino Royale came out, that was completely fresh start for them. Reboot. Start from the beginning. This is a new Bond. He hasn't had the experience the previous Bonds had, and he's definitely a different type of Bond. So it was good on paper, and when it released, it was a critical success. It made a decent amount of money at the box office, but I remember, of course, the hardcore fan base, as is usual. A lot of them didn't seem to like it. I don't know if that can account for everybody. I just remember word at the time, people not liking it. I remember one of my friends, in fact, that I had talked to about movies every now and again. He said, "It's Bond in name only." And I always just felt kind of insulted by that, to be honest. I thought that Casino was an excellent movie. I thought the fresh restart was definitely needed from Die Another Day. So I agreed with the premise that it had to be restarted and kind of rebooted. I didn't think that we needed to have all of the same tropes that were in previous Bond movies. I thought it was fine, to start off with, especially to go without them. Didn't have Q, didn't have, jokey puns all the way through, didn't have the gadgets. They kept Judi Dench as M, which I thought was a fantastic choice because I thought she was great as M in the previous Pierce Brosnan movies, but she never really had a chance to shine. They didn't really give her much of a role except in, I think, The World Is Not Enough. She had a little bit more because she had connections with the main antagonist in that movie. So she had a little bit of more of a role to play in that instance, but to see her in Casino where she'd have a bigger role and she had more influence over the Bond character, I thought that was a wise choice. And she's such a good actress too. She always puts her all in everything. Even with these damn games. She's always same portrayal. It doesn't feel like she's taking a day off doing voice work for this crap. Easy paycheck and whatever. Sounds like she's really putting in some effort. So I thought that was great. So it didn't have the henchmen and the evil guys trying to take over the world and all that jazz. I didn't care. It was a good movie, and I think at the end of the day, that's all that matters. But yeah, people still upset. Point switch. And I think to this day, it's still frowned upon from Bond fans that it's so different. And I think that's just a bit of a shame that we can't look at things objectively like that. But hey, to each their own. If you like the Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan, more lighthearted affairs of the Bond movies, that's fine. I find I can enjoy all of them. Like I've said with previous Bond games, they all have something to offer. And they're all entertaining in their own ways, even the ones that ain't so great. Hey, we don't have Bond moments, but we got trophies. Okay. Just making sure I'm not missing anything that I need to scan or something like that. By the time Quantum came out, Quantum was a very different feeling movie. It was sort of a disappointment in comparison to Casino. Having rewatched it, I don't think it was that bad. It's not a terrible movie. It's just kind of like your standard action movie at the time, but with slightly higher production values. So, I mean, it is what it is. It ain't great. And it's a shame that they jumped the gun on the evil organization. The evil organization, obviously, they were leading the Spectre in Casino Royale, but they didn't have the rights to Spectre yet because they didn't have the rights to Thunderball. We've talked about that multiple times in the stream in previous times, so I ain't even gonna go into it yet. But yeah, they jumped the gun. Instead of waiting out for Spectre, they called the organization Quantum. It was kind of dumb and a little disappointing that we couldn't have our Spectre that's been a thing since the 60s. And Quantum just doesn't have that same zing to it. Not quite as good. Eventually everything would come around though. By the time, obviously the movie Spectre came out, they had gotten the rights back from whoever had them, that one dude that had the Thunderball rights, so they could have used Spectre at that point.
See if you can patch me into Tedworth's signal.
Got it. Bring up your phone and it will give you Tedworth's position. Should lead you right to him.
The only thing about that is they didn't do a good job working it into the movie. They said, oh, Spectre was part of us all along, but that was kind of where it ended. There wasn't really a good explanation, unfortunately. I was sort of expecting more. I haven't rewatched Spectre. I had only seen it the one time in the theater. I remember not being terribly impressed with it in the theater. I rewatched it again a couple nights ago, and when it started out, I'm like, wow, this movie's really good. It's tense. It's got some great build-up. And then the ending came, and I remember why I didn't like it again. The ending just deflates into kind of generic action. Almost like superhero tier. I was talking about how, when things get a little bit too bombastic and over the top, that tends not to be my favorite style of Bond. Well, same kind of thing almost happens in Spectre, not to the same degree. It feels like it almost feels like, so Sam Mendes directed Spectre. He had directed the previous movie before that, which was Skyfall, which I also think is excellent. Gotta move. Not quite as good as Casino Royale, but still pretty damn good. Oh man, the giant drill. That's pretty cool. Definitely life-threatening, though. But still, I thought Skyfall was a damn good movie. And it's almost kind of the same thing when you compare Quantum to Casino. It's like one was so good, and then the next one just doesn't quite match it. And then it just becomes a little bit more of a disappointment. But in terms of Spectre, it was so good at the beginning. But then you just get to that last half of the film, and it almost feels like an entirely different movie.
I'm in the east chamber. Structure's holding. Some rubble has come down, but otherwise it's dead in here.
Any sign of the body?
Nothing I can see. But I wouldn't expect there to be much left of him.
Understood. Stay and keep watch.
Copy that.
There we go. Still managed to get you. So we'll get into it. Because Spectre is still kind of a new-ish movie, I'm just going to say spoiler alert at this point. I haven't bothered saying it with previous movies because they've been out for ages now. And, we played some of the game adaptations for them. So if I didn't spoil it, then it was definitely going to get spoiled at some point. But towards the end of the movie, it's all about the Spectre organization. Obviously, in the Sean Connery movies from the 60s, Spectre was headed by someone named Blofeld. Blofeld is a character in the Spectre movie. He's also the head of the Spectre organization. And in the Spectre movie, I'm going to be saying Spectre a lot. But for some reason, they made him tied to Bond. And I just didn't get what the point of that was. It felt a little bit too convenient to me. Trying to add attachments, and it just made things a little bit convoluted. I didn't think it added anything. I didn't think Blofeld needed to have this sort of connection and relationship with Bond in a previous lifetime. What they had said was that after Bond lost his parents, he went to go live with some old man and his son. And the son got jealous of Bond because Bond was being treated as the new kid on the block. And he killed his father and went into hiding. And then he formed his own organization. So lo and behold. And the way that they map out the plot, it's like they're trying to force this idea that Blofeld has been behind every single thing that's happened in the Daniel Craig Bond movies up to that point. And it's all one big elaborate scheme by Blofeld to, get back at Bond for the heartache that he caused him when they were lads. And it felt forced. It didn't make a hell of a lot of sense. Some of the stuff that was independent, like, okay, I could buy the quantum thing, being a subsidiary organization of Spectre, that makes sense. But from the previous movie, Skyfall, the main villain, Silva, he just had a personal grudge against M. No connection, no foreseeable connection to Spectre whatsoever. But then in the Spectre movie, they're like, oh, haha, Silva was part of Spectre all along, and he was under my employ to get back at you because you're a dick, Bond. And that didn't make any damn sense. Same thing with some of the other ones. Some of the lines that were dropped, like, Blofeld at some point was like, oh, I killed all the women in your life. And then it sounds like he's going to go into this big spiel, but then he only brings up M and Eva Green's character from Casino Royale, Vesper Lynn. And it's like, well, that wasn't that much, was it? It's 2 women. Don't worry about it so much. Women in Bond movies die all the time. We should know that by now. But yeah, it just got convoluted. The little addition of them having this past relationship wasn't necessary, and it was just awkward. And yeah, I didn't think it was needed. And like I said, it just kind of muddied the waters a little bit, which was a bit of a shame. But on top of that, we had like a bunch of tropes being reused, like people walk into a dark room and somebody's waiting for them, without the light turned on. We saw that like 3 times in that movie. I remember remarking about that, like, why does this happen so many times? Why does nobody ever lock their doors or whatever? I guess people are just breaking in there, but still. There's a handful of other things, but mostly just the messy plot. Mostly that everything feels like it dumbs down at the end of the movie. It doesn't feel as clever as the previous films. And it feels like a stretch that they're trying to connect everything to Blofeld and Spectre, and it just in my opinion, it sort of cheapened him. I feel like he should have just been a shadow organization head, leader, boss type. I don't think he should have had any connection to Bond whatsoever, other than Bond keeps messing with him and getting in the way of his work with some of the previous escapades he had, and by that point he was just done with it and done with Bond. And I'm gonna kill you now, and not like this whole I ruined your life ha 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 type deal. But it is what it is. I don't know that it... Actually, you know what? It probably... Did somebody throw a grenade? Why is he diving? Okay, yeah. It probably is going to have some repercussions in No Time to Die. Don't know what that movie's going to be like. I'm not terribly hopeful about it, but we'll see. But Christoph Waltz, who played Blofeld in Spectre, is going to be making a return. So... hopefully it should be good. He was one of the better parts. His performance, I thought, was pretty good. I like Christoph Waltz in just about anything that he does. So he's like one of those. He's one of those types, like old Mads Mikkelsen. who played Le Chiffre in Casino Royale. He's good in everything he does. Don't have to worry about him.
Mister, help me, please.
Who are you? Who did this to you?
Bernin.
Why are you losing your hair?
His name is Bernin. He wanted my research. My formulas. For bioweapons.
We've got to get you out of here.
I'll never make it. The only way is to climb out. But it's not too late. Maybe you can still save Tedworth.
I guess I could. Spectre wasn't quite as good as the others. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. I think it was probably maybe a little bit better than Quantum. Like I said, Quantum is just kind of like a decent standard action movie. It's the only thing what's disappointing is that Spectre starts so strong, and then, like I said, it just deflates so poorly by the end of the movie. I'm sure most people probably don't share the same opinion that I do, because I'm very specific with how I like my story structures and whatnot. So, again, it's one of those things, to each their own. But yeah, just walking away both times from the theater and just watching it at home recently, disappointed. Can I really not do anything to free this guy? I can't shoot him. I also don't know why Bond is walking so slowly. Oh, also, we lost out on that infinite ammo. We need to find a route, but I don't know where that route would be. Looking around for something I could climb on. I feel like I'm playing a Tomb Raider game again. I see that up there, I just don't know how to get to it. Oh, wait, okay. I think I see it. The bunk.
From a stone with his bare hand. I'm just giving you some friendly advice.
Sort of wish there was a crouch walk in this game, just so I know that I'm in stealth mode. Or at least I could feel like I'm sneaking up on people when I actually try to do that. But I guess so far, the thing that about the takedowns is that they're so quick. You get shot to pieces if you come up with somebody that's actually pointing a gun at you, but if you run up to them in time, it doesn't really matter. You can just take them out with the one hit, so.
Come in, Bravo. Bravo, do you read? Over?
Still nothing from topside or the tunnel patrol.
Yeah, it looks like the cells have gone quiet.
Might just be the rock disrupting comms.
Maybe, but I don't think so.
What was that?
I don't think there was a stealthy approach. They were just kind of standing there. Oh, that's not cover. Shit. Kind of wish the enemy aiming was sophisticated to the point where I could disable people. shoot them in the leg, they grab at their leg, or shoot the gun out of their hand, something like that. I feel like that would be very Bond-esque. You know what? Let me see something real quick. What would make this a lot better? Sensitivity. You need to let me know. I'm guessing 10 means it's more sensitive. I need anyway. My reasoning is I need to tighten up the aiming. Okay. Let's go down a little further and see how that's like. It doesn't feel like it changes. It feels like it, well, okay, you know what? It feels like it changes when I'm looking up and down, but when I'm moving left to right, it feels about the same. It's all loosey-goosey. Moving up and down was a little bit too tight, but that might work a little better. Let's see how that goes. Whoa. What the hell was that? Ah! Seeing if there's anything destructible here. I feel like I should be getting some like focus points for doing a headshot. What's going on? Is somebody throwing grenades, or does somebody have like a like an RPG? I guess this guy has a hammer or something. There we go. Whoa! Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I didn't know he was down there. Okay. I think changing the sensitivity is much better. I'm landing these headshots better than I was. Still a little tricky when they're real far out there, but I feel more comfortable with this. Another thing about this game is it has an orchestrated soundtrack, which, again, as I always say, is more than welcome, always appreciated. I know they're expensive, so when companies shell out the dollar to get the full orchestra, always praise them for it, because, you know, that stuff costs money. Wait, did that guy die, or did the rubble fall on him? Not sure if he fell off of something, or if he died because the other guy was just being shitty with his grenade launcher. Yeah, I guess I'll take it. I'm doing okay with the pistol so far. What are we looking for? Okay, but why does it want me to go up here? Probably don't want to use it up here. There we go. Shit. Eh? Okay, I guess he peeked out for a second. I don't know what was going on there. I don't think he's coming back out. Okay. All these henchmen look so casual. It looks like I'm shooting like David Arquette or something. Like they don't look quite like henchmen. I mean, Bond ain't, you know, he's got that cardigan. He's not looking too spy-like himself. So I guess this is just casual Sunday for all of us, but that's okay. He was supposed to be on vacation, wasn't he? Maybe he just didn't pack his spy clothes. And I guess all these other guys were on vacation too. They weren't expecting Bond to come out because they knew he'd be on vacation. Why is this place just blowing up? Oh, I see. Okay. There was another one. Okay. So far, so good. Am I going to miss anything? I don't think so. It kept telling me to bring up the smartphone when I was over here. But I think that... Was that just because it was trying to tell me that there were jumps I could make? Or what the hell was that? I feel like I was missing something, like a piece of data that I could have picked up, but... I don't know. Oop.
Tanner,
wait a second.
What do we have on a man named Vernon?
Hold on, I'm doing the search. Here it is. Burn-in. Low-level gangster, a middleman. If he's got Tedworth's research, he probably won't be holding on to it for long.
I keep seeing something that I think it looks like a laser sight, but then it goes away as quickly as I see it. I mean, there are, like, vantage points up there. I don't know. So far, what I can tell you from this game is obviously, you know, being in the PS3 era. Oh, God. We've had some advancements in terms of third-person shooters. I'm much more keen on this type of third-person shooter than the previous two.
USB drive. Tell me the key to crack the code. Stop! Stop! I'll tell you.
Thank you.
Kill him! Let's get out of here! Let's go! I'm late for the handoff. He's here! Let's move!
Should have shot the other guy first. Me logging into friend's Wi-Fi. Ah, yes. Tell me the password! Also, DB5 got to make an appearance.
Confirmed 007.
Jesus.
Let us know if you lose visual contact. Will do.
Hey, so do we have okay. Got a handbrake. I was wondering if we had the machine guns. I'm gonna lose them. I had a bad start at the beginning there. DB5 is a little chunkier than the other Aston Martin we were using at the beginning of the game. And it feels like it handles differently. I guess that's cool, but... Yeah, this feels like those boat cars that should have had heavy physics in From Russia with Love. Can't tell what's going on. Whoa!
In the tunnel. Where's he heading? He seems to be going for the docks, 007. Stay with him. We can't lose those documents.
Shit. Did they have the Sekiro trucks? Are they on the payroll? I think they are. Come on. All these damn twists and turns. So we're hitting up a couple checkpoints. This goddamn thing has a turning radius of a 2-year-old, though. Like, not exactly making them all that tight. Oh, shit. Whoops. Ooh, God, that's a tight turn. I think I need to brake before that one. I can't just use the handbrake. Or I need to approach it a little slower, I guess. I don't know. A big oops. Didn't quite make that one. Oh god.
See where he's going. He's headed east, 007. Due east.
Jesus. Begs the question, how many goddamn DB5s does Spawn have? Because he had one in Casino. That seemed to be the first one that he got. He won it in a card game. He had the one in Skyfall, which got shot to pieces at the end of the movie. And then he had another one in Spectre that apparently MI6 was just hanging on to. And he's got one in this game, so... Maybe this is the Casino Royale. And then he just got it repaired. It's a shame to see it torn up, though. It's such a beautiful car. Even if it is a video game, I still don't like seeing it.
Make sure he's dead. I'm going to make the handoff.
Bond, can you hear me? Come in, 007. Hey!
wish he does like he does in Skyfall, where he just kicks up a SMG like that. Kick it up from the ground. Pick it up. These guys wearing armor, or oh yeah, they are. This looks like they're dressed for snowy weather. Smartphone, yes. What? I don't like that the smartphone notification pops up when there's nothing here. I think it's just letting me know that, you know, okay, you need to go somewhere, but I know that. I'm just looking around, or I'm taking my goddamn time. I go at my own pace, damn it! Guess I can't shoot through that grate. I know I hit him a couple times. Wait. What? Oh, shit. God damn it, there was somebody behind me. I thought it was just the one guy, but it wasn't. Oops. Still used to... From Russia with love a little bit. Keep pressing X to reload. At least I'm not pressing triangle to stay in cover. Ah, it's a damn shotgunner again. I gotta use that focus point on one of these guys. Oh! Shit. I had it. I fucking had it, but the guy had... Oh, no. Okay, that 12 gauge. Yeah, okay. There's AK. We haven't seen one of those yet. Yep, thought he dropped a grenade. Oh, wait, okay. No, kick it. Again, nothing there I can interact with. Don't know why it's telling me to do anything. This is just telling me new waypoint. Whoa! Shit. I need info on an armored vehicle. Such as, what is it? Is that a grenade? Oh yeah, that is a grenade launcher. Somebody had a grenade launcher. Do I want that? Oh. Just picking them off as they're running away. You hate it when you lock on a dead target and then can't get them because they just ducked behind cover. Didn't happen that time. I don't know what I'm looking at. What are we doing here? I was like, shoot, what the hell? I was shooting through his head. No, that doesn't work for me. Nice hat. I'll pick that up later. Damn straight it is. Can I switch that for... Oh, shoot. Okay. I want to switch the Walther out for the, secondary weapon, but I guess can't do that. a good thing that a helicopter doesn't have attack capabilities. Bad thing about the MP5, not very accurate. Good thing about the Walther, fine-tune those hits, but you need to be on point.
Take him down! I'm making the exchange!
Exchanges are usually supposed to be pretty peaceful, I think.
Why is he still alive?
I don't know that they're going to want to exchange when you have an MI6 agent on your ass. Shit. Damn it. I really wanted a focus point. So I'm going to see if I could shoot him and then run up to him. And then take him out, because I was pretty damn close to that other guy. Aw. I'm disappointed it's back here, but whatever. I wasn't hitting these guys too well when I was coming through the first time, so maybe we could do something a little better. Again, I feel like sometimes I'm shooting through these guys. I mean, I guess that could be attributed to gun accuracy, but... Can you shoot through here? Sorta. Oh yeah, I did it. Nice. Damn. That big explosion and he didn't even take a bump? Nope, nope, just gotta stay down. Goddamn, it wasn't quite like this last time.
Take him down! I'm making the exchange! Why is he still alive? He can't be allowed to touch the exchange!
Oh, son of a bitch.
One of you just shoot him!
He was close. It's frustrating. Oh well. He was close enough to the point, especially last time, where I could have done the takedown. But I couldn't do it I didn't do it last time because I just shot first, you know, ask questions later. But, I feel like it was close enough that time, but I just got unlucky hits. Also, yes, I did forget that there was a sprint button up until that point. Just in case you were wondering, because I haven't used it since the tutorial stage. No, don't stand your ground. You're all gonna die here. AK really works well. Got a hell of a lot of stopping force, but just not a ton of ammunition for it.
Take him down. I'm making the exchange.
Alright, no fooling around. I'm just shooting people as I come across them.
Why is he still alive?
Except for that guy, because he pissed me off.
Need to finish this now.
I want a name. Who are you working for?
Never.
Let's try that again. Who is it? Who hired you? Give me the name.
Pomerov. Stefan Pomerov.
And where's he taking those papers?
I don't know. I've told you everything I know. Please. Please, let me go. I'm no good to you anymore.
You got that right.
He wouldn't have died from a fall like that.
What is it, 007? Did you intercept the research?
No, the researcher is dead. But I've got the name of the buyer.
Go on.
Pomerov.
Hate Turkish
Stefan
delight.
Pomerov.
I've got him. Russian businessman. Nothing flagged, no police record. No unusual connections. According to the immigration data, he's in Monaco, due to leave on a flight to Moscow tonight. I'm sending you his picture and file.
Got it. Let's get in touch with our best contact in Monaco.
I'm bringing up the list now.
See if he can stall Pomerov from leaving and have him meet me at the airport.
Of course.
Good. I'll be on the next flight out.
James. I almost didn't recognize you.
I'm sorry, have we met before?
I think once. Something in England. Nicole Hunter. My friends call me Nikki.
Nicole Hunter, you're the jewelry designer.
I've been called worse. It girl, socialite.
It's nice to see you, Nicole. I'm sure you've got a plane to catch.
Actually, M sent me.
Interesting cover, but not an unpleasant surprise. Shall we go?
The car's over there.
Nice car.
It's a friend's. Would you like to drive? I feel much safer with a man behind the wheel.
Not with me. Ooh, I like them doors. We'll see how the driving goes.
So what can you tell me about Pomerov?
Oh, he's such a lech. But he's kind of sweet for your basic Russian oligarch. He owns oil wells, diamond mines, and his own 737 with gold-plated fittings, of course.
How do you know him?
Sweetie, there are only 6 people worth dating in the world, and I've probably gone out with half of them. Turn here. Okay. The truth is, he supplies the chemicals used to alloy the gold and silver in my line of jewelry. And he's been after me to open a boutique in the casino he just bought in Monaco.
He bought the casino.
Mm-hmm. Another trinket on the must-have list for oligarchs, after a supermodel wife. So, I got him to delay his flight back to Siberia, That's where he keeps the wife at his headquarters, so she can't spend all his money. And we're going to meet in the boardroom, which should give you enough time to get into his office and break into his safe.
Well done. So how did you...
End up in bed with MI6?
Well, that's one way of putting it.
Darling, it's the perfect cover. Fashion shows, photo shoots, store openings. I get to travel the whole world, and nobody pays any attention.
Emma approached you?
Not exactly.
Well, how not exactly?
Well, there was this little tax problem a few years ago.
A little tax problem.
And a small customs problem involving some diamonds.
But that's how a girl from the society pages ends up working for MI6.
Yes, James. But believe me, when necessary, I can be very discreet. You can drop me off in front of the casino. I'm gonna put on my war paint before the meeting. I'll text you on the cell phone to let you know when we're almost finished.
There's Mom. Time to go joyriding with the sports vehicle. Okay. Ah, see, there are fireworks! I didn't know there was going to be fireworks. Nobody informed me.
Have you ever thrown a coin in and
I don't like the way her hair was moving. I feel like if her hair was static, it would have looked a lot better. Got the nice realistic textures on there. But yeah, something about the way it was flapping around when she'd turn her head. I know they were trying to go for detail, but it looked a little weird.
All right, James, I'm in. Pomerov's coming down to meet me.
Good, I'm heading through the gardens now. Turn on the tracker. I'll home in on your signal.
Hang on.
fireworks are beautiful.
Hold on. You hang on. Damn, no dialogue volume? I feel like this was made late enough where that should have been the case.
It's on.
Right. Now make sure you keep Pomerov busy. If he sees anything unusual, he'll lock down the casino. Understand?
Don't worry, James. I know how to handle a man like Pomerov.
I mean, I understand, because, you know, you got to keep it low-key, so you got to speak low. But they're speaking so damn low, it feels so much lower. It's like some of the previous talking segments. And then I got to boost up the volume just to make sure that we can all hear it. Sir? Guess he's just checking on people walking through. Guess they get lost. Not borrowing me from nothing. Just make sure there isn't any odd tidbits. Grab.
Bravo team, what's your 20? This is Bravo, position at sector 14B.
Ooh, I gotta do... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I gotta do claw hand for this, but I think I was pressing up on the analog stick, and then it just automatically did the takedown, so that's cool. It's like when I jumped over and took that guy out just by vaulting over some cover.
Understood. Squad commanders, ensure your teams are in position.
Wasn't a stealth takedown, but I'll take it. I kind of do miss the odd collectible.
Make sure you watch over this area. You know what
It's very much an action game.
There's always some drunk tourist who tries to sneak in here. Yes, sir. Let's move it. Finish your cigarette and start your patrols.
Sir.
Anything to report?
Nothing, sir. But I'm surprised Pomerov's asked for all these patrols. It's dead tonight.
Pomerov didn't get to be Pomerov by taking chances.
Do you think
Omarov the
it has
Pomerov.
something to do with that Chinese guy he met with? I heard it didn't go well.
That's not your problem. Your job is to keep your eye on the gardens.
Oh, I didn't expect this guy to come back. Shh. Don't shout when I break your arm. It ruins the mood. Oh. Okay. Oh, we have a little minigame. It didn't just disable it, it fried it. No one will find that suspicious. I figured maybe we can have like a 00 status. What the hell? Like a little video loop to play over the thing or something along those lines, but... Okay, so... Can I not do it from cover? Kind of sucks. Okay. Looks like they ran out of guards, too.
James. James, Pomerov's still not here. What should I do if he doesn't show up?
Stick to the plan, Nicole. Stay calm. He may just be late. It's critical that you make this work.
Okay. I'll do my best. I've got to go.
Come in, Bravo. Request update. Bravo team. Just finished sweep of Area 12. Nothing to report. Done for Bravo. Move to Sector 3F and initiate patrol. Understood. Bravo is moving to 3F.
Stone Lantern. Okay. I gotta figure out what is this? This Toro, Japanese stone lantern, was donated to the casino by Hiro Kanawara, the head of the renowned Kanawara family, after a particularly successful gambling visit in 1937. It has since come to light that Hiro was exploiting a minor anomaly in the roulette table that allowed him to predict results with startling accuracy. Fascinating. Simply fascinating. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this guy to wrap around here, and then I'll go after the guys that seem to be in static positions.
Bravo team, what's your 20? This is Bravo. Position at Sector 14B. Charlie, what's your location? Charlie is en route to 5S now. Patrolling the perimeter. Nothing to report.
What? Take him!
That didn't work. I had to change my plan because he wasn't quite on the edge like I thought he was going to be. Ooh, melee master, you say? Nothing else to scan.
Right, I'm gonna finish my smoke, then I'm on a break.
Don't work too hard.
You get eyes on the boss's business associate?
Working hard or hardly working?
Guess being a Russian billionaire has its upside.
Is someone there?
No. Oh, come on, I shot through your head. Did you say that when you were dead, or was that somebody else entirely?
I need cover here.
Shh. Wait, oh, damn it. I didn't know anybody was behind me.
Right, I'm gonna finish my smoke, then I'm on a break.
Don't work too hard.
You get eyes on the boss's business associate?
Yeah. Guess being
Getting
a
caught up there.
billionaire has its upside.
Oh. Better to come down here anyway. Just extra ammo. It's a shame that it's not a completely different weapon. Oh, something to scan. Okay. P99 silenced. Although an efficient handgun at close range, the P99 silencer reduces both its accuracy and its kill capability at a distance, best suited for covert operations and taking down isolated hostiles without drawing attention. So, okay. See, that guy is there. I didn't even know about him.
Bravo team, what's your 20? This is Bravo. Position at sector 14B. Come in, Bravo. Request update. Bravo is stationed in 12F. All quiet. Delta team here. Manning post at sector 2.
I don't get that. 1984? What does that mean?
Move to sector 3F and initiate patrol. Bravo team, what's your 20? This is Bravo. Position at sector 14B.
What do we got? Just two enemies? Wish I could make a sound or something that could either bring enemies to me or distract them.
Delta squad, what's your current? Delta team here, manning post at sector 2.
Something's there.
Yeah, I pulled back on the analog stick when I was trying to move to the side. My fault, because that just popped me out of cover. Man, that sounds like piss-taking whistling. This guy isn't doing the dirty business out here, is he? At least we got his gun. Polished floors. This part I recognize. Usually before I get a game and I'm not too sure about it, I will take a look at a long play on YouTube And not anything in particular, but I'll usually just kind of like scroll to the middle of a video. Anyway, the point that I stopped at was here. I just remember all these covered casino machines. Not even necessarily looking at anything with any great detail. I try to be as vague as possible, just so I can get a sense of what the gameplay is going to be like. But when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I'd like to partake in this game. Where is this guy? Oh, there he is. They've been asking for Bravo team for the past 5 minutes. I don't think they're going to respond. Okay, Bravo's responding. Unfortunately, they have the same voice actor for both teams, so it makes it a little confusing.
All right, Nicole, I'm in the casino. Keep Pomeroy distracted while I find you.
Okay, James, but wait, he's coming.
Open door.
It's on loan, shall we say. The son had an unfortunate run of luck.
Oh, Stefan, you are impossible.
Use computer. That is a tiny computer.
007, you're going to need a key code to get past this door. It appears the code has been divided between 3 different guards in the casino. Each one has only a small piece of it. I'm marking their locations on your smartphone now. Scan their access cards to compile the full code and access the lift.
Damn. Not the one I already took out. And you can't use the thing at all if you're in cover. Kind of sucks.
One down, 007.
Wait a sec. Wasn't there 2 on the floor? Huh. No. This one was just a little further back, I guess.
That's another one, Bond.
Anyone know when the players arrive?
No idea. They just said to watch the room.
You know, it must be some big names if they want us to stand guard like this.
I heard Pomerov himself is playing. And you know what he's like about his privacy.
That would be it.
Trying to see what the best approach is going to be. Middle guy I'm kind of concerned about, so I don't really want to take that approach because he's going to see me do just about anything over here. I think this is probably my best bet. Oop. Probably gonna see that, huh?
There! Cover me!
Oh, shit. Well, these guys just don't give a shit. Well, let's just say 2 of them got drunk. And leave it at that. I don't need to take out the other guys.
That's it, 007. You've got all the data necessary to access Pomerov's lift.
Just making sure the coast is clear. Push button. Oh, I think that was a corsage. I was like, this guy already has a bullet hole. That's kind of cool. What is this? What is this chip thing? Ornate money clip. Oh. I see. What's up with the money clip? An exclusive solid gold money clip studded with diamonds and other precious gems. Its center socket holds a mottled red stone in the style of designer Nicole Hunter, a known business associate of Stefan Pomodov. Nope, not that cover. Is he gonna notice me?
You won't be able to hack that door, 007. It's on its own subsystem. You'll have to find another way in.
And what else do you
What is that? Looked like a laser trap grid deal. I guess we're good. Oh. Whoa, 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 where are you going?
If you look at the numbers, I think you'll find us very position.
Every proposition is but how will your figures stand up to the light of day?
Steph,
How much in gold?
you of all people should know, dear Steph. You can't hit a jackpot without putting down a few chips. No risk, no reward.
What's this?
That is your golden ticket. Is it? Oh, so right, Steph.
Make sure I'm not missing out on any scannables. Wait. Shit.
What was the nature of this research? I told you. We were investigating anthrax and smallpox to come up with antidotes that could be used in the field in the case of a biological attack. And there was no way to militarize them? To turn them into weapons instead of cures? No. No? So why are these documents in code? I told you. I was working at home. What is the password for the USB drive? Tell me the key to crack the code! Stop! Stop! I'll tell you. Thank you.
Oops. Oh, damn. I was like, let's just go for the window. Whoa. Guy looked like he was shooting at his own foot. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you?
I'm outside. What happened? They've closed the casino.
Get to the car. Bring it around to the front.
What are you going to do?
Let me see if I can tip the odds in our favor.
Something I should have done a long time ago. Shoot a bunch of people. Oh no, the chips and the cards. You guys are making a mess. I think this calls for something a little more heavy duty. Whoops, didn't know you were there. Anything I could scan? Don't want to talk about the latest in beer technology. Don't come close, please. I tell you, you guys keep coming close. Shit. And they weren't lying about the accuracy being docked when it comes to silence pistols. So disappointing. At least at long range. Man, I'm right on this guy, and I can't get him. There we go. I mean, not with every shot, but there was definitely a couple shots there where I feel like I should have been able to get that headshot. A little hard to hit. Good cover, though. Props to him for that. Oh, look at the dog. Look at the little puppy statue.
James, I've got the car in front of the casino. Where are you?
I'm on my way. Get ready to move.
Oh god. I'm gonna go back up here. Good lord. Makes sense. I mean, you want to put a stop to this guy, but... oof. There's a highlight that happens when these guys drop a gun, just to signify... I'm guessing it blinks when it's on the ground too, but just to signify that it's a pick-upable object. But I'm always thinking they're dropping like golden guns. Just because it's got like this gold... ah, shit. Gold sheen to it. I didn't even see him sneak up on me. We're running out of ammo. Not that way. Other side, jackass. Hey, how about this? Couldn't tell if that was a guy with a tie on or if that was a switch on the wall. Hope this car's bulletproof. Oh no, it's just really, really fast. Okay. Good lord.
Here, see if this is dry enough for you.
What are you drinking?
Same thing, straight. I was never one for girly drinks.
Bond, are you there?
Yes, Em. Right here.
Nicole, do you
I
mind
prefer my
007 and I
cosmopolitans.
speak privately for a moment? This is a need to know.
Of course, no problem.
We can talk. What did you find out?
We've translated all the documents you photographed in Pomerov's office this afternoon. It appears that most of them were invoices for highly sophisticated chemical manufacturing equipment. They were to be delivered to a defunct chemical refinery he's recently brought back online in Siberia.
Makes perfect sense. They tortured Tedworth, the researcher, for the code to his bioresearch formulas. He was working on anthrax and smallpox antidotes for troops in the field, but they could just as easily be weaponized.
That's what we're afraid of. No, that's what the whole world is afraid of. You've got to get there, confirm what we think he's up to and stop him. Perhaps Miss Hunter can help you facilitate this.
Yes, I'll talk to her.
Good. Good luck, 007.
You finished?
I have to take a look at Pomerov's refinery in Siberia. Em thought you might be able to help facilitate things. I'm gonna need a flight, ground transportation, a local contact.
Wait, not so fast. I told Pomerov I'd get back to him about his business proposal. So it's the perfect cover to get the two of us into the refinery.
The two of us? Em said facilitate, not the company.
Well, how do you think I'm going to get you to Siberia?
Oh, let me guess. A friend of yours owns a plane?
May I speak with Rudolph, please?
Why am I not surprised?
You're going to love it. It's got a shower, a wine cellar, and the most unbelievable circular bed.
I do love
Yes,
showers.
What? What's that look for? You'll be enjoying all that stuff alone. I'll be in the cockpit flying the plane.
It's like, how would she know if she wasn't listening? Exactly.
Kind of your friend Rudolph to lend us his car. You sure he won't mind?
He's got 6 of them. He won't miss it. What else are you going to spend your money on up here, aside from diamonds and wristwatches?
Are you sure you want to go through with this?
I just can't believe Pomerov would be involved with something evil. He's always been like an uncle to me.
The entrance to the refinery is up ahead. Just do as I told you. Follow the plan, and we'll be all right. This isn't all fun and games.
You really think they're going to believe that you're my bodyguard?
I think they'd be more suspicious if you didn't have a bodyguard.
Yeah. It's Russia. You're nobody without one.
Good. Put on your best attitude and sell it.
Остановите!
What?
I'm here to see Stefan Pomerov.
Is he expecting you?
Do you think I just dropped into Siberia? I also need somewhere for my bodyguard to wait, where he can be fed and watered.
Park the car over there, and he can wait in the shed.
Spasiba.
All right, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to get into Pomerov's office before I start causing trouble.
I can live with that.
That's the idea. Yes?
Sorry to interrupt, 007. We hacked into Pomerov's main
Who the hell's this
frame
guy?
at the refinery and found Tedworth's research, but we were shut out before we could read it. You'll need to get to the server room and access it through the main terminal.
I think we can be there. Can you send me directions?
I'm marking the location on your phone now.
I can't do a takedown on him, unfortunately. Okay, well, this is a good point to stop, I believe, starting on a new chapter. So I'm going to do that. It was a late one, so thank you guys for watching. Appreciate that. But we'll come back to this in a couple days, more than likely. And so far, it's been pretty good. I mean, you know, it's the same as all the other Bond movies, or Bond games, rather, with their original stories. The story isn't anything too special, but they're making an attempt with this one, similar to Everything or Nothing. I feel like this one feels like it could potentially be a little bit more fleshed out. Like the performances, as usual, Daniel Craig is his usual stern and direct self. Judi Dench, as I said before, is putting her all into it as she usually does. And the guy that does Tanner, don't remember the actor's name, but hey, he's there. He sounds like he does in the movies, so that's good too. But we're going to end it here. Like I said, I'll be back with this in a couple days. We'll switch up between this and Four Swords Adventures, and we'll see how long this takes us. I don't know. Sometimes these Bond games they're usually relatively short, like 2 or 3 streams, but sometimes like really short if I push it, like 2 streams. And sometimes they're a little on the longer side, like maybe 3 or 4. So we'll see what it's like. And it's been good so far, so anticipating getting into it later on. But anyway, that's going to be it. Let me take a look here, see if anything's going on. Nothing too spectacular. Okay. I wonder. I won't bother checking. All right, you guys take care. Have a good night, and we'll see you around next time. Until then.